mean, look at Kim Kardashian. Has Kim Kardashian landed a billionaire white man who's showing interest, or who was even financially close to the level of Kanye West, although Kanye West is not a prize? And I don't think Kim Kardashian was with him because she thinks she's the prize. I think she saw it as a huge financial opportunity, which it turned out to obviously be that. But she's now crying and complaining because she's strapped down with these, what, she got 4 kids? Four biracial children.
4 biracial children by a bipolar man that is not around 80% of the time.
Right. And who we can visibly see running around being a huge, like, Kanye West is a very public person. So Kim Kardashian, not only will she be looked down upon for choosing a black man, but look at the type of black. This is not even a mentally stable black man. This is an erratic, impulsive, all over the place, unpredictable. You don't know what inappropriateness is going to come out of his mouth on a daily basis. And this is the man that you chose to tie yourself to. So yeah, she can get with a Pete Davidson, who has like chump change in comparison to what Kim Kardashian makes. But is she going to get a high quality white man that's sought after? Absolutely not.
She couldn't go get married to Tom Brady. Not at all.
No. And even if they did, they would hide the fact. Like, they wouldn't allow her to come out publicly and say it, because it's like, really, that's what you got with? She's literally on film sucking a black dick. Like, they'll try to reform Kim Kardashian's reputation. Yeah, they'll try to help her reform her reputation as a white woman, which is what they're doing now. They're trying to put her as this legal advocate and savior of all black people who fell prey to the prison industrial complex. They'll try to do that for her, put her as a white savior to the black community. If that was loud on my speaker, sorry to anybody, my nail actually hit the speaker. But are they going to look at her as a viable option? No, they're not going to do that with any of the Kardashians. Like, none of them. Maybe Kendall, but that's the only one.
That's the only one I can see. And then if you think about it too, I started. And Courtney. I started thinking about it too. I said, well, damn, them Kardashians mid 2000s had the big old booty. It was, wearing braids, bantu knots, like it was, tried to be ethnic. It was weird. Not ethnic, but tried mixed fishing, black fishing, whichever term is appropriate. And then now it's like, wait, you got a flat booty now, and now you're not doing all that. You're not talking the way you used to talk. Oh, this is your real voice. It's the switch up.
They don't need to, right? They don't need to. They've already extracted what they wanted from the black community. And sadly, a lot of black women, too many of them support them. And I think that black women, among many other issues psychologically, as a result of living in this toxic culture that we have, I think a lot of them have adopted the pathology where they want to live vicariously through black men's preferences, because what we see is a lot of them attaching themselves to the Kim Kardashians, the Cardi B's, and the Danny Lays, and all of these women who have clearly shown that they have a disdain for black women. I mean, Cardi B, what she was calling black women roaches and monkeys, and we already know that the Kardashians steal and siphon whatever they want to from black women. We know Danny Lay was out here screaming yellow bone is what he wants and competing with the baby's baby, only to end up in her position now where you running people over with the car because you out your damn mind because the baby done ran you crazy. But these are women who show that they have a disdain for black women, but black women still attach themselves to these women. And I think they attach themselves to them because, one, these are black men's preferences, and number two, black men have done a good job of shaming black women into not speaking against his treason by saying, oh, you're bitter and you're jealous and you mad because she got the man that you want. I don't care about any of that. They can sit there and call it bitter. And they call me every name under the sun. I'm bitter. My daddy was a crackhead. I got left by a black man as a baby mama for a white woman.
They called you a white supremacist. One dude, and I know you know who I'm talking about, but we're not going to say his name, compared you to Hitler.
Yeah, but he's not the only one. There's a couple women who have done it too. Wow. A couple women who have large platforms who have done it. So it's really not just the men, because it was a woman who last year when I was in a Michael Kors store was sitting there secretly recording. I don't know what she was recording it for, but yeah, it was a black woman who did that secretly. And it's like I'm looking at a video on the internet weirded out. Like I'm like, this is just a weirdo bitch, because it's like I'm looking at a video of me at the register paying for some stuff that I bought at Michael Kors. Why was that important for you to see?
Why are you videotaping me? Like, what's your purpose?
Yeah, and she came like, oh, hi, are you Cindy? She's like, oh my God, I'm a fan of your channel. I watch your channel all the time. Some people are tying her to divestment. Now I know her screen name, and based on her screen name, which I'm obviously not going to say it and give her the clout that she's looking for, but she was recently in my chat box. I will say that during my live stream and in my comment section. And based off her screen name, you could conclude that she is divestment, because she is in her screen name, she's celebrating and uplifting white men, and that's what they tend to do. I don't direct black women towards a certain race of men, because I don't think the race of the man is the primary problem. I think the lack of standards, expectations, and boundaries is the problem that black women are facing. And you can go to a green Martian, but if you don't have standards, expectations, and boundaries, you're going to get exploited and abused. It just is what it is. It doesn't matter.
I learned that even in therapy. Like, we think, oh, I don't talk to that person no more. I'm not going to run into that same issue again. You'll run into that same shit in a different body. Like, until you develop standards, boundaries, and I love that, by the way. I be stealing that shit now. I love that.
No, I think everybody should promote it. I haven't always had them. In fact, I'll say most of my dating life, I didn't have them. I had to develop them, because this is not something that we're taught. And standards, expectations, and boundaries are the antithesis to ride or die. Facts. So you can't be both. You literally, it's not possible to be both. Because if you have standards and expectations, if being a ride or die conflicts or violates your standards, expectations, and boundaries, then you can't be a ride or die. And in most situations involving a black man, there's going to be a conflict between your standards, expectations, and boundaries and being a ride or die. And so I think that's why we're not taught those things.
That's a good point too. And then it's kind of like, well, damn, if I'm the ride or die and I'm the only one dying, I don't think this is really we're supposed to be ride or die for each other.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.